We all know real men run on trails, none of that easy road running lark. Hello and welcome to my Norwegian Ultra training series, where I've given myself 4 months to take my 50k PB down from 7 hours 22 to sub 6:30. Can it be done? I don't know, but that's what we're here to find out. Thanks for joining me, and here's what happened in week 10. There's something about being in constant pain that really saps your motivation. But anyway, welcome to week 10. I'm not doing the strength session today. Yeah, I'm still having this pain around my shoulder blade, neck, down my arm, and yeah, doing deadlifts and hanging weight off my shoulder blades isn't really gonna do it much good. So yeah, I'm swerving that for now. Still gonna get the run done. I've got 45 minutes easy on the plan, and yeah, like I say, I've still got this pain. There's various knots that I've managed to ease off, but it's usually just a temporary relief. My sleep's not been great either, definitely waking up a lot more than usual with the when the pain sort of ebbs and flows, and at its worst it's enough to wake me up. So toying with the idea of seeing a sports massage place if it doesn't get better over the first half of the week, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Garmin says my performance condition is 0. Sounds about right. Right, all done then, 45 minutes. The legs did feel heavy to start with. I'm fairly sure the broken sleep is messing with my recovery somewhat, but yeah, I'll just keep my eye on it and do what I can this week. Though I have got the biggest interval session of the plan so far tomorrow, so I'll try and get some good sleep tonight and see how fit we are tomorrow. Right guys, off out for a run. I don't usually take a big cardboard box with me when I go for a run, but I need to return my Virgin router, or they're going to charge me 80 something pounds to replace it. So I'll drop that off at the parcel collection place on the way past. Never used it before, so hopefully they accept this and I don't end up doing the full session with a yodel box in my hand. Especially tonight, given it's my biggest sub-threshold session yet. It's 4 by 12 minutes, so that's going to be a real test. This is a session that's on the plan twice, and those two are the two biggest sessions of the entire thing, so let's see how it goes. Right, parcel dropped off successfully. On with the run. I meant to pause my watch while I was in there, but I didn't. So this is going to be an interesting warm-up on the old Strava feed. Right, rep 1 done. Not sure of the paces, but it looked to be about 4:30 again. So I think it's going well so far. I'll do another one out and then 2 back. Okay, second rep done. I'm further than usual away from home now. I'm almost in town. So let's do this cool down and then turn around and repeat. Right, final rep done. That last one was tough. Headwind and hills, not a good combination. Got it done though. I have a fair idea of what my legs are going to feel like in the morning now. Right, session done then. I was out there for nearly an hour and 20 minutes. Garmin says I need 72 hours to recover now. Sounds about right actually. Alright folks, once again, it's not quite as warm as it looks. It's 9 Celsius, just like last time we had blue skies. Not too bad though, good conditions for running. I've got 40 minutes easy on the plan today, it being Wednesday, so it's usually a bit of a recovery run after the Tuesday session. Legs aren't feeling too bad, but I know they'll be, reasonably heavy once I get out there. But yeah, feeling pretty good. Still got the dull aches in different places around my left shoulder, which is annoying me. Some people might think that I'm glad of the excuse not to do strength training for a week or so. Don't know how you could even think such a thing. Disgraceful. Right, all done then. Thought of a few things I needed to say after the run while I was out there. I'll see whether I can gather my thoughts and remember what I came up with. But the run went really well. It was 40 minutes easy, and the pace was probably the fastest easy run so far, 5:56 per kilometre. I was struggling to think what route to do. I was not really fancying any of the usual ones, so I just kind of set off with the plan of doing 20 minutes and then turning round, and I ended up just doing loops of the estate. Couldn't even get the brain into gear long enough to think of anything more inventive, so I just kind of fell into that and carried on going. I think with the amount of REM sleep I've been getting or not getting lately, with this sleep problem due to the shoulder pain, then yeah, I think just engaging the brain would have been a step too far today, so just rolled with it. I joked before the run about having an excuse not to do the strength training with the shoulder issue, but realistically I think with the state my recovery's in at the moment due to the lack of sleep, I think lowering the overall exercise load does make sense at the moment, so it is a sensible decision, not just a silly excuse or laziness, or so I'm telling myself. But yeah, it feels like just dropping things down a notch while I'm not sleeping very well does make sense. And hopefully come Monday, when my next training week starts and I should have a strength session on the Monday, then fingers crossed the shoulder should be alright, my sleep should be back on track, and I should be able to do a full week including the strength training, but we'll have to see. Alright guys, it's Friday, just heading out for 45 minutes easy. As I expected, I missed the strength session on Thursday, still getting random aches and pains that keep moving around different parts of my upper arm, neck, shoulder. Not as bad as it was. I've been getting reasonable sleep, although occasionally interrupted by the aches and pains, and a couple of times I've come really close to booking a sports massage appointment, but it does seem to be recovering on its own, and it's 40 or 50 pounds for the treatment, so I'm just hanging fire for now. It's tonight about 8 Celsius, rapidly getting colder as we head towards tonight's low of 2 Celsius. Without wanting to sound too much like a weatherman, it's chilly, there's showers, wind, so yeah, I had to really get myself straight out the door for this one, because if I'd held on inside any longer I may have thought about skipping it. It's a slightly low motivation evening, but yeah, I've got tomorrow's 2.5 long run to look forward to. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I'll be driving to a location partway around the Spire Ultra route and doing an hour and a quarter out, hour and a quarter back on the race route, so got that to look forward to. Let's get this one ticked off. Okay, turned out to be a decent evening to be out for a run really. Soon warmed up and the rain showers mostly stayed off, just a few dribbles of rain towards the end, but yeah, all good in the end. Morning guys, welcome to Saturday's long run. Fun one today. I've parked up at Holy Moorside, not far from the Spire Ultra route at this point, and the plan says 2.5 hours. long run, of course, and I'll be doing that all on the Spire Ultra route, just doing an out and back on this section. It's a chilly morning, 3 or 4 Celsius at the moment, well, the sun's out and it should warm up a little bit as we go. So, as I head out on this long run, there are 3 items that I'm just going to talk about which are important to my training. I've written them on my phone as training milestones because they happen at certain points during the plan, but really they are just different aspects of getting ready for the race that I need to work on besides just the running itself. So the first one, I've got this down as taking place during March, which is where we are now. It's the 15th at the end of week 10, so this is already underway. And that first thing that I need to look at is revisiting the Spire Ultra route. So you can see I'm out there on the route today, exploring different sections of the route, just getting used to running and training on the route, and just reminding myself of my way around, even though I know it pretty well. I've been around all sections of this route multiple times, just not for a while. So just getting some training in on the Spire route, and that's what I'll be doing with my long runs in March. Morning.
Morning.
Hiya. See a path. I'm meant to be going that way. We all know real men run on trails, none of that easy road running lark. Made it to the top of Lineker reservoirs. Always nice to see from up here as we head towards the woods. If you watched me do the race around Lineker a few months ago, we couldn't use the proper route around the top there because they were replacing the old rotten wooden walkway with that nice new stone one, which has been finished now, so it'll be nice to have a run around there one day. Just running down into this long steep valley, knowing that I've got to turn around and come back this way in just over 10 minutes time. Right, 10k done, just about at an hour and a quarter, so time to turn around if I'm doing 2.5 hours. Reach this nice view down the fields and over towards Barlow, which would be the next section of the Spire route if we were racing today. Glorious morning for it, absolutely perfect. All those hills I just ran down I've got to go back up, and yeah, so about an hour and a quarter for 10k, so that gives us an idea of what pace it's going to be like on Ultra Day. I was trying to stick to an average of 7:20 just for sections to see what that would feel like, given that would be my goal pace averaged over the entire 53 kilometers. So better stop wasting time and get back. The second thing I've got down on my plan is to get used to running with the water bladder in my pack. I'm planning for the first time during a race to actually use one of these water bladders. So I've got my own supply of water. I don't need to stop for long at aid stations to pick up extra water, and it should get lighter and lighter as I go around, and I just want to get used to running with that on my training runs, make sure it's going to work okay for me. I've still got a chance to back out of that option if I decide it's not going to work for me, but until I try it I won't know. So that's the next thing that I need to work on. I've got that down for April. Looks like the horses are in the field now. They tend to gather around where I need to cross into the next field. And the third and final thing I've got down is to work on my fueling, just to practice my fueling. I've had successful fueling plans that have worked in previous ultras. I just want to repeat the same method, just get used to it in training so that I'm ready to go on race day. Typically every 5 kilometers I'll eat half a flapjack or a gel. I usually start with the solid fuel, the flapjacks, early on in the race while my stomach's still capable of digesting such things, and then switch to gels a bit later on. So yeah, just need to get used to that on some of these long runs, make sure I can cope with it, and it still works well. Almost back at the Mondeo Dream Machine now. Bang on 2.5 hours, just about 20k. Morning guys, welcome to Sunday morning. As you can see, it's a gorgeous day. Still only 4 or 5 Celsius at the moment, but nice and sunny. Looks to be warming up a bit later. So I'm going to get out for my final run of the week, just 40 minutes easy. Going to go to the nearby local nature reserve, not the one I usually do the sessions on. There's one even closer than that, so lucky me, I'm going to get over there, just do a nice gentle one to finish the week off. I remember out on the long run yesterday, he made that joke about real men run on trails. Just another one of my hilarious jokes, of course. We all know that real women run on trails as well. Just kidding. No, road running is very important as well, as we all know. I mean, how else would you get from one trail to the next? Sorry, couldn't resist. No, I've got maximum respect for the road runners. I mean, especially those ones that take the special medicine and manage to win all the big races. I mean, they're just the best of the best, aren't they? No, jokes aside, I think my next big goal after this one's going to be based on getting a PB on the roads again, so that'll be a nice change from all this trail running, and looking forward to the ultra, which I've been doing over the course of this plan. So yeah, I do like to focus on one thing at a time at the moment, because seemingly if I run a race in the build up to a race, the way things have gone in the past, I end up injured and then having trouble getting to the start line of my main race. So yeah, just focusing on one thing at once, but also I like to switch it up. So I'll get this trail ultra done, hopefully get somewhere near my target on the day, and then move on to some kind of speed on the road, which again I'll be looking forward to, with a bit of a change of scene, change of activity, and yeah, see how that goes. So looking back at how week 10's gone, in terms of running, I would say it's gone really well. It's been the week with the most volume overall so far on the plan. We had the biggest session so far on Tuesday with the 4x12 mins sub threshold. That went well, and I'd say I'm doing pretty well with the recovery from the running, given my interrupted sleep that I'm getting with these shoulder pains that I've still got at the moment. They do seem to be improving slowly. Obviously I'd like them to improve more quickly, but I think they're getting there. I've been poised a couple of times to make appointments at the sports massage place, try and get that sorted out more quickly, but yeah, I'll give it a bit more time. It does seem to be gradually improving. It's just still a bit annoying, but I'm getting used to sleeping with it, and the pain's a lot less than it was a week ago. Looking ahead then to week 11, that will be the second week in this 4-week block, which is the peak phase of the plan. The interval session will actually be a little bit smaller next week. I don't like the idea of increasing volume and intensity work at the same time, even just over a 4-week period. The aim is to get through all this fit and unscathed, but the long run will be a little bit longer than this week, and again I'll be getting out onto the race route to explore a bit more of that, remind myself what it's all about, and get used to running on it again. So that's week 10 in the bag. Thanks for joining me again, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.